So here we are with the finished product for this intellitronix digital gauge for 73 through 79 Ford truck. This specific truck is a 78 4x4. As you can see, the oil pressure is working. My fuel is working. On the fuel, there's dip switches, 2 of them. On this specific one, it was the closest I could get it, which I was around half a tank or a little over, which you can see I still am. It reads from 0 to 99, 0 empty, 99 full. As you can see, according to this, I'm a little over half a tank, but both of my dip switches needed to be in the up position to get mine where it was close. TAC is working. You see it moving around on the bottom here at 800. And you can change that. I installed my button here, which this button does a lot of things. You can see with the button just pushing it, you got your trip, odometer, and TAC, which is where I like to keep it. My speedo's working great. Didn't have to calibrate it. This thing has big tires on it. It was about 5 miles an hour off, down low speed, 10 miles an hour off. Once I got to around 60 miles an hour, was able to calibrate that. Pretty simple, but you do use this button to do that. You will have all the instructions to do all that, and also that button will do performance things, different things. If you want to do that, you have control of that. You can see also that I did hook up the dimmer option when I pull the lights. Turn the lights on. Actually, they're already on. If I turn them off, you see it gets bright. Turn them on, it gets dim. That's a good option because these are some very nice gauges. They're very bright. And at night, I'm sure that they would be very, very bright. And haven't drove it at night, but those are bright and it probably blind you at night. So the dimmer option is good. As you can see, it dims and does have the bright light. You see that light comes on, telling you bright lights are on or off. Left blinker, right blinker. You see the volts are working. The volts you can fine tune with a little knob on the board itself. Needs to be running. Check your battery, then you can fine tune it to match there. Temp is working great. The other options on this gauge are fasten belt here and brake here. Mine did not work anyway, so I could work on my wiring, but it has nothing to do with the gauge as far as working. It's the truck. No telling when they stop working. I'm not worried about that. They never worked. But you do have that option on this gauge to where everything will work. And actually, you had the added benefit with this gauge with the tachometer. This thing is stick shift. So this truck originally did not have a tachometer. So now I have that. And my other gauges had no lights. I forget, most of the gauges didn't work. I think the only thing I really had left was the speedo, and the odometer was working, but the rest of it was not doing so good. So this thing was well worth the money, well worth the time. It does take some time to install wiring, getting your senders completed, but buy this gauge if you're thinking about it. Get it, take the time. You don't have to be a mechanic. You don't have to, you can do it. Just take your time, follow instructions, and get the gauge, hook it up. Any questions, hit me up in comments, hit like, hit subscribe. Everyone have a good day.